Yo, 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 what's up guys? Charlie Kun here with Sharing the House number 6. I ain't gonna be on the camera, you ain't gonna see my ugly mug today, just gonna be the footage. I only managed to record the house pre-selection, because we wasn't really allowed to record, but I really wanted to at least get like the pre-selection, so I had to do my ninja Naruto, Kage Bunshin flex, and record on the D-Lo. But yeah, the whole event was really good. Started a bit late as usual, as these things do. Got in there, it was supposed to start at like 10 or I think 11 or something, and then I don't know, I just remember being there on time, but then getting in there at like 1 p.m. or something, so that was a bit of a wronging. But no, it was dope. Like the setup wasn't really what I expected. I thought it would be a stage in the center, or like uplifted ground in the center, and everyone sits around and watches all the battles. But it was on stage, so that was some. I thought it would be a bit different. But apparently the music on stage was a lot quieter than it seemed. Like us being in the audience. The speakers obviously like facing our way and blasting in our direction, but apparently on stage, like there just wasn't enough energy on stage. Like the dancers couldn't really hear the music as well as we could, but they still pretty much did a good job. It didn't look like they couldn't hear the music really. But yeah, like the whole event was really energetic. It was really big. It was good that UK finally got our first version of Juste Debout, our first, qualifier. The house, like out of all the events, which was B-boy, top rock, house, hip hop, locking and popping, out of all the events, surprisingly enough, house had the biggest and most livest like energy. Like as soon as the house battles like started, as soon as the pre-select started, and then the house music started playing, like the whole room literally like just lit up. Like the whole place warmed up from everyone just like cheering. Was really receptive to it, so that was surprising, because before I came to Juste Debout, my original like theory was that all the events would be good, like top rock would be good, house would be good, but then hip hop is like the main, like kind of like the main event, and it's always last, and people want to see hip hop the most, because I don't know, it seems like most, like all dancers in the UK kind of everyone knows what hip hop is, and everyone it seemed like everyone couldn't wait to see it, which was true. Hip hop came around when it came around, but the reception just wasn't as loud as and wasn't as huge as the house was, so that was kind of surprising. So that was really good. I mean, it shows how much house house music at least is appreciated and liked and loved. And also shows how much more popular house is becoming. So, yeah, that was one thing. sick. What else? Like in terms of the actual event, like the house itself, there were some really interesting decisions that were made. I mean, me personally, there's some people that got through the pre-select that I don't think should have got through, but there's some people that got through that I do think should have got through but shouldn't have gone as far as they did. But everyone's gonna have their personal opinions on on the actual judgment of certain certain dances or certain categories. But like this, things like that always happen. But I think because the way this event was set up, I mean, from what I know, the pre-select was decided using like a point system. So there was like 4 or 5 judges, each from different categories, and basically the judge with the judge who is like the representative of that style, their vote counts as 2 points, and everyone else, all the rest of the judges' votes count as 1 point. Brooklyn Terry was the guy who was representing house. So in the pre-select, whoever he voted for to go through, I think would get 2 points, and then someone like Niche or I think Khan, the other guy, I think that's his name, like all the rest of the guys will get 1 point, because not to say that they don't know nothing about house, but it's not the style that they're mainly focused in, so their say was counted as 1 point. It was interesting to see, because with that setup, it's like, people, you could see clearly that some of the judges favor certain a certain type of style or a certain type of movement. Like throughout the whole day, I noticed like Mish, he was very receptive to people who were like real energetic and raw, and use their chest a lot, use their head a lot when they dance. And it was as if like he was more geared towards seeing dancers who dance in the style that they're in, as if they're like half quote unquote crumping. It's like, like for the people who was housing with a lot of energy and using their head a lot and using their chest a lot, Mish would be smiling, like you would see him, see him like literally up there, skin in teeth, just smiling and just feeling it, because that's what he likes, and that's what he's turned on by in terms of dance. So if that's what he was going for, then that's what he was going for. But then people could argue that it's not. I mean, people could have a lot of fair arguments and say, well, that's not how you should judge. You shouldn't judge based on favoritism towards a certain style or a certain look, because there's a lot of other things to look out for when judging as well. How solid their foundations are, how creative and innovative they are with their moves, how their performance aspect, how I mean, there's a lot of things. I mean, I'm no guru. I've never judged before. There should be a lot more to it than just looking at this guy who makes you smile because like you love the way that you love that type of movement. I think there's a lot of it shouldn't just be that. In the end, Kashmir and Turbo took it. I think they went up against Ricardo, and I think his name was Botis. I hope I got the name right. Yeah. So them two went face to face. It was really, really good. I don't know Ricardo and Botis personally, but I think from what I saw, it seemed as if they was Turbo students. Maybe they go to Turbo's classes a lot. So it was interesting to see pretty much student versus teacher, student versus sensei, pretty much. So yeah, it was a good battle. It was very good. There was a bit where there's like an infamous bit. I didn't get the footage, but the footage is on YouTube. But there's a bit where like the song, in the house song, where like there's always like the bridge or like the part where the part where the song goes, a lot quieter or a lot lower. Man, I wish I knew the word for what it is. But yeah, there's always that part in the tune where the tune went like, all different and low, and like as if, you're out in space and you're just floating around. And then there's like a certain beat in the song. It's like, I don't know, the beat only happens like it happens very little throughout the song, and it's not easy to calculate when that certain kick like dropped in the song. But there was a bit where Turbo was basically freestyling, the song went in that state, it went in that quiet state, and then he managed to catch the beat, like the beat that only happens like once every I don't know, 5.5 counts or something. It was a random, you know, it was hard to catch, and he caught it. And like, if you see the way the judges like reacted to it, the way the audience reacted, everyone was like, oh my days. Even me, I was like, oh snap. Like the way it happened, it was mad, because it was like everyone, when it happened, everyone was in the same place. It was like everyone understood what just happened. Everyone was there. Everyone was with Turbo and Kashmir on stage. It was like, you know what I'm saying? For that moment, our mind was in the same wavelength. Like we all understood each other. So, you know, the crowd went hype. Turbo was feeling it, and then he's created this infamous new move that people are calling the Turbo, or D-Lo's calling the Turbo, where he basically went up to the speakers and like he was just housing at the speakers, just attacking the speakers, as if to say, I caught the beat and I'm just too sick, so I'm just gonna like show you my appreciation. I'm just gonna house in front of the speakers. I'm just gonna, you know what I'm saying? He just went mad at the speakers, and everyone was just cheering like, yeah. Like everyone understood. Everyone could understand why he did that. You know what I'm saying? I understood why he did. I probably would have did that as well. You know what I'm saying? It was just the feeling that he got from being on stage and catching that beat just told him to just, you know what? Now that you did that, you need to go show the speakers some appreciation. And he went there and just, you know, just rocked it. So everyone, it was mad. Like I can't really describe what it was like, but you know, it was the best way to like attempt to describe it. Was just everyone felt like everyone was in the same place and everyone understood what was happening, you know.
Number 18.
Tabo and Kashmir won it. They're going through to the finals in France. I personally think that they can do it. You know, they have the potential individually. They're good enough. They're skillful enough. I think they can go all the way. It's just they're up against some real beastly people. I still think they can win. You know, they just got to get a lot of training together together. So, you know, hopefully they go far. You know, but it will be good. I won't be able to go to the main Juste Debout event in France because man like me is broke. But you know, I hopefully they'll do great. You know, I'm sure they'll do good. In other news, you know, just quick update. There's the King of the Underground again happening on the 26th of March at Trocadero. So there's going to be 5 categories. I think as usual, what is it? House, crump, hip hop. No, there's no hip hop. There's house, crump, popping, and locking. And I think maybe top rope or something, or breaking. I don't know. But it's like 4 or 5. So I'll be battling in that in March. It's singles. So that's going to be good. 26th of March. So if you're gonna be free that day, make sure you come down for that. And yeah, that's about it. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the footage. And I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Probably, you know, towards the end of the month. You know, with Sharing House 7. So yeah, that's me, Charlie Kun, signing out.